Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Simply Colorful Fibercast. Today's date is May 29th, 2020. My name is Lynn Marquidant, and I'm your host. Welcome. Grab a project and let's play together for a period of time. I usually say 60 minutes. I'm not sure we're going to go 60 minutes. We'll see where the wind takes us. This is a very much improv type of hour that we're going to do, or less. So welcome. And thank you for joining me. And what we started a few weeks ago, or a little background, is making not a mystery quilt. We started out making a mystery quilt that was going to be for COVID graduates with two colors. I picked gold and maroon for Boston College. I designed that quilt, started it, didn't like it, posted it into Patreon. I know Jean had trouble downloading it. I went to try and do the PDF today. That didn't work. So that's one thing. It's not a very good quilt anyway. So then I started playing with blocks here with my same colors. And I think when I left you last week, I had these parts, like these squares, and I've sewn them together. And then I even sewed that together, and it looks kind of cool, right? But I then had an open sew, and Sue Whitford said something that also Carol Bell had said and others had said about having a medallion in the middle. I think that was kind of the consensus last week. So I got to thinking, well, as much as I like that, but it does look kind of blah, maybe we should play with doing something else in the middle. So I took that out, was easy as pie, and I designed on Electronic Quilt a 12-inch, turns out that's a 12-inch block, and I designed a medallion. And yes, this is really Wendy Alford down under she was my inspiration. I've been watching her making the Mandela rocks, the dot painting. And as I told Chris and Jean and Kelsey and Joyce and everyone else, that's my new thing. When I have a free minute, I want to give that a try. So if anyone out there has done dot painting, I think maybe we talked about it, but let me know. And look it up, dot painting and mandalas. So that's part of the inspiration behind this. But this is all fabric, not painting anything. And I'm going to try making that for the center of this quilt. So that's what we're going to do today. And I actually already started because I wanted to give us some instant gratification. So I got us the corner piece, the first here and here, and then it's paper piecing the rays, right? The rays of our mandala. So while I was waiting for it to become 8 o'clock, I started piecing that. And I think I have it so that I can cut it and we can sew these together and see what it'll look like. And then if we like it, we'll do the others. That's my thought. So how is everyone doing on our last week of May? I have to just kick things off thanking Jean for having an impromptu first ever post-COVID, basically social distancing sewing circle without the sewing and without the circle. No, I'm kidding. I did not know how much I missed seeing you people, my peeps, yous guys. So I strongly recommend doing what you can. Be safe. Hey, hi, Mommy. Hi, KB. Happy Friday. You're speaking my love language. That's awesome. Yes, I am. I wonder if this could be better with that not being yellow or something. This is where I really need my sister and Becky and my color specialists. What could we do there? See, I keep wanting to do that, but I don't think we want to do that. Do we? Well, you know what? Now, I already have it cut out, so that's what we're going to use. And you'll notice, that's a lot of curved seams. So I will share what little I know about curved seams. And some people will say it's all you need to know about curved seams. But I wouldn't say that because I have no idea. So take this one piece, fold it in half and put a crease. Take this one, fold it in half, and put a crease. Now you know to line up those creases with one pin. I guess I'll use like 2 pins. So you line up the creases as best you can. On a humid, sticky night, summer is here. There. And then here, I'm just going to place this here, although I shouldn't even do it. No, I'm not going to. No, we don't need to. Okay. I'm going to go up on my stitch length a bit. I don't need it as tight as I did for my machine piecing or for my foundation paper. Have to make sure to do 1/4 of an inch. So let me start my little preview. Hi, everyone. Who is that? Is that Carol? Oh, it's Dawn. I vote to remove the yellow piece too. Okay. Love the idea of the new center, but thank you, Dawn. Then I will take that out. We'll do a different one. Cool. If Carol Lewin is out there, please say hi. I'm concerned about your rib. Last time we saw you, you had taken the dog for a walk. And there had been a stream nearby and an embankment that somehow we went down. Okay, so I just took out the middle pin, and now I'm just going to ease it in. Hopefully. Okay. We'll see. Hi, Pat. Oh, I have so much to show you, too. It was so fun this week. I received 2 packages from elsewhere in America. I received the package from Becca Clash from My Stitchy Home, and I've embroidered her label and I've quilted her quilt, and we're going to send it back home to her. So there's that. In fact, why don't I show you right now? Here is Becca's adorable quilt. Now, you're not going to be able to see the embroidery because she wanted it to disappear on the back. But it's there, and I'll read it to you. Okay, so it's a baby quilt, and it's for Viola. I think she said it's her cousin's granddaughter. Isn't that cute? And the new pattern that I used is Tulip Festival from Urban Elements. Lovely. I will definitely use that again. Now, where is it? And I did go to Joanne specifically to get the right color pink. Okay. So here is the label. It says Viola's Quilt 2020. Piece by Rebecca Clark Clash. Quilted by me. And honestly, you cannot see it. So it's there. I'll show you a better example next week. And I'll post it online. So anyway, there's Becca's completed quilt. That's going back to Atlanta. And then while I have your attention, I have this one that came from Marcella, and I won't do it justice here. Came from Arkansas, and it is gorgeous. Look at that. Talk about medallions in the middle. Isn't that beautiful? It's 109 inches by 90 something. Isn't that something? So, anyway, let's get back to our improv sewing. So there was our first circle. Let's do the other two here, because this is going to be the hard one, I think. I don't know. All right, so instead of the gold, what are we going to use? This might be kind of fun as a repeat. Ooh, there we go. I like that one. Okay. You know what I like about quilting? I like a lot about quilting, as I simply must, given how much time I spend doing it. I like that there are no right and wrong. Really, there are very few. You hear about the infamous quilt police. Well, I've never met, well, have I met a quilt police? No. And if I have, I've probably just decided not to listen. Or you know what? Let me revise that. I admire exquisite piecing and craftsmanship, craftspersonship. I just traced that. But I also know for me, it's not really about that right now anyway. Maybe in some different years it'll be different. But oh, speaking of different types of quilting, my sister KB is an amazing fabric painter, is what I would call her. KB, that picture you did of your the chapel with fabric is stunning. And I want to share it with Kelsey because she and her husband, as you know, met at Cornell too, and I bet she would love to see that. Okay, so here's another curve. This one's so small that I'm going to fold. I don't really have to fold it in half. I don't think. Famous last words, right? No, because then I can't pin it. So I'm starting here in the corner, and then I just have to quickly ease it around almost with every stitch, if that makes sense. And this is where we're so lucky that fabric is stretchy. Fabric is malleable. And you can kind of pull it, because I'm going to have to fit it all the way around. Okay, and assess maybe halfway through. Make sure you're pulling enough of the top layer and not pulling the bottom layer, in my case, so that they both match up at the end. All right. Yeah. cut this off. So there we go. Now this one, I'm going to fold in an iron. Let's see if maybe it. So what else is new? It's been a busy week around here. I'm interested in what you're doing. So, if you haven't opened up the chat, make sure you do. And a fabric with contrast would be nice. Yeah, I've got a little bit of contrast. I hear you. Okay, so now I'm going to do this one and this one. Oh, and then this one I have to tear. Am I going to tear off the paper yet? No. I don't know what you guys would do. Aw, hi. Hi, Sue. You love the 2 quilts I showed. Aren't they beautiful? People do amazing work. And Sue, you'll notice, I don't know if you were on early, but I'm redoing the center and I'm doing a medallion. Per your suggestion. I think you are right. And for the record, I ordered some BC fabric today because this particular recipient, I think I've mentioned, I really don't think is going to be into an improv quilt. So I'm going to do something with the BC fabric, very structured, like maybe just squares, or even just leave it all one piece and put my maroon minky on the back and quilt it and call it a graduation quilt. That is my thinking. Now, because I didn't tear the paper off, I'm having a hard time pulling this around. But what I like is not taking the paper off means that my bottom piece isn't stretching. So that's good. It's just not pulling up as much as I would like here to get the top piece around. See, my top piece I've been stretching too much. So this will be interesting. Shoot. I may have to do this again. Ugh. All right. I'm just going to take it out. See, this goes over too far. See this? That would have been way over there. So I'm going to undo it. Not a big deal. This gives everyone time to chat with each other. Hey, Carol Bell. Have you heard from Carol Lewin? I'm concerned about her rib. What else has been going on? Oh, are the gardens looking amazing? Sue Norton's gardens look beautiful. KB's, the birds. Everyone is enjoying the birds. What's not to love? Okay. So I think to avoid what just happened, I am going to pin a couple of places so that I make sure I'm on target here. So if I do this one in half, and I do that one in half, and I will pin it right in half, and then I'll pin the end. This way I'll know better how much to ease in. So So if you have something to show, send it to lynn@simplycolorful.com or post it on the Simply Colorful Mystery Quilt-Along page. And Carol Bell, thank you for the information about Blueprint. I did, for those of you who may not know, apparently they are closing down. Although that letter, Carol, that they sent you, it does say, stay tuned for more information. I can't believe someone isn't buying them. Whether it's a Moda, a fabric distributor, this is all, believe me, this is all just, I'm guesstimating. But I think there's too much content there, and there are just too many eyeballs that they've already got going there to just let it go. You know, maybe the model has to change a bit so that someone makes some money. As we know, we don't make much money in the sewing business. Okay, so in this case, I changed my direction and I decided to pin it, and I feel good about that, better about that. So what that means, the only thing is, if you have any craftsy patterns or Blueprint, which Blueprint used to be craftsy, they're giving you time to download what you may have bought. Sorry, I know this is kind of slow sewing, but it'll be worth it. I also sewed together a memory quilt this week that's going to be 95 inches by 95 inches. They were big squares. So it's been a busy week. A couple of other quilts thrown in there for Becky and for Cindy. Piece of thread. Okay, well, that's kind of puckery, but that's what, ooh, if I look at the back, I don't know if you can see this, that looks awful. Look at the sewing on the back there is not straight. So maybe what I should do now is turn this over. Is it worth it? Or will it just... Maybe in a few places I should. Knowing me, though, I'm going to catch the little piece, but... So we'll think of this first set of stitches as the baste. I am bound to catch this and create a pleat. Happy graduation to all of our graduates out there. All right, let's see how many times I caught it. Hi. Hi, Marcella. Oh, hello from Little Rock. I showed your quilt. Let me show it again, and let me show you the backing I got just today. Okay, that is better. Okay, so Marcella is the brilliant artisan behind this piecing. We're all about the mandalas today. This is just stunning. Marcella, it's beautiful. So there's that. And I know we were talking about doing gray thread. They didn't have any good gray backing, but they had a tan that I liked. So, oh, that's reading very white. It's actually tanner than it looks on camera, I think. Tan, and then doing that pattern in this lavender gray, they call it Tabriz orchid. So that's the current thinking, and it'll go on this weekend. So thank you for joining us from Little Rock. I love that. The piecing on this is just wonderful. Here we go. Okay. All right, let's see how our curving is doing. Okay. This is hot. Should go pretty flat. Yep, it's working. Okay, so there's that. And now we just, you know what we should do? Let's audition it and see if we're heading in the right direction. Okay. Oh, I know it's kind of dark. It's hard to see. Can you see that? Yep. That's what we're going with. I like it. Then the question is, I do have enough fabric. Do we do the same 4 of these so they match, or do we do it all scrappy? Now, this one is going to be similarly tricky, I think. So I am going to do some pinning. I'm curious, write in the comments if how you do your curved piecing. Do you pin? Do you not pin? What's the consensus out there? Good morning, Allie. Allie from down under. Oh, my friend Kelsey finished another Bonnie Hunter quilt that's amazing. And she divulged quite impressively that she has made 12 Bonnie Hunter quilts. Wouldn't that be beautiful to see them all? I would go somewhere and watch her present them. Of course, she'd probably have to get written approval from you-know-who. Couldn't resist. Okay, so there we go. Couple of pins. This probably qualifies as slow quilting. The slow quilting movement. That's okay. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I might regret that. My stitch length I will put down a little. Oh, this curve's much easier to do. Why is that? Because it's bigger? Gentler? If we had not had this COVID thing, Bob and I would have been flying to St. Martin tomorrow. Bummer. How fun is that? but they've been really good. And we've rebooked for a year from now, so we'll see what happens in the year. And you know, like my sister has said in the past, and Mom too, it's half the fun of traveling is anticipating, looking forward to it, change of scenery. All right, one down. Okay. There is no way I'm getting them all done tonight. This always happens to me. By Friday night, I'm beat. Who else is out there? Maggie out there? Oh, yay, Marcella. Crusty old man, Brett. Hi. Oh, this is good. Carol Bill, I think four of the same would look awesome. Okay. Curved piecing is for sometime in the future. You're so funny. You would do good. You would do that very well. Allie says, I didn't like paper piecing the first time I did it, but did it a second time and a third, and now I don't mind it. I hear you. Yep. And then you get in a groove. It's almost like something you have to just keep practicing, maybe. Okay, so we're going to do all the same then. So maybe that's what I'll do in the last remaining few minutes is I will cut out my pieces of that fabric. Now that'll be gripping. I'm kidding. Okay, here's this. So we need 3 more of those. And we'll use this elsewhere in the quilt. I made these during one of our open sews. And then I didn't even tell everyone on the open sew because I was so embarrassed at the time. Carol, this may make you laugh, and Sue. So I made all of these pieces to make all of these X's to go around the whole thing. And then I cut all of my crosses. I cut all of my maroon pieces to go in between these. And come to find out, I cut all of the maroon pieces too short. So I have to do that all over again and hopefully find somewhere else to use these maroons. So I put those little crosses aside. And so a couple of thoughts just to share is, and reasons why I picked a few of these fabrics. I wanted to repeat some of these fabrics in places throughout the quilt. So this, remember I have a lot of it over here. I wanted to make sure I got some of this in the middle so that when I use it out on subsequent bigger rings, I will have some of that for continuity. And same thing with this corner. Where is that? Here it is. This is all I have of this, and we'd already used it around here. So I thought, might as well get some in here. And who knows, maybe I'll have a little bit left for a corner, a square somewhere soon. So that was just my thinking on that. And I want to thank you for guiding me on the color choice. That was really helpful. And guiding me on doing a center medallion. I think that's really going to make a difference in our improv piecing. I will promise to you that I'll finish doing the rest of the circle this week so that you'll see it next week. And then we'll do something else, maybe in the corners or do another. Maybe we'll go back to those crosses. We'll do something around. So I think that's all I have for today. Oh, let me check, though. If anyone sent me a note. Happy Friday. I don't even know who that is, but I bet it's Chris. On this, it is. Hi, Chris. Hi. Are you at the Cape? Happy Friday. Mail. Mail. Now it has to download. I wonder what's up with that. There have been a few funky internet things going on here. Let me look down here. This is turning into a gadget show. How to use all of your different devices when your internet's really slow. Oh, here we go. Hi, Patty Smith. Hi, Kathleen Dinsmore. Hey, cousin Amy Jones. Hello. Aww. Well, hello. Thank you all. Oh, and the place that I ordered the BC fabric is called College Fabric Store. And I did look for other colleges of people I knew just in case, and they didn't have much, but this BC fabric, they were out of it until noon today, believe it or not. And it's nice, I think. We'll see. It was $9.99, and I'll let you know how that goes. Anyway, I think that's about it. Thank you to Marcella and to Becca for sending in your quilts. Thank you to, let's see, I'm looking around here, Sarah and Terry and Marion for dropping off your quilts. They're in progress. And to all of you, have a wonderful weekend. Do what you love. Do something you love. Get out there in the sun or the fall weather down under. And we'll see you right here next Friday night. It'll be June. Thanks for being with me. Bye.